Alright, today I am making a squirmy worm pattern, size 12 lip splitter hooks, red thread, red dubbing, this is polyester dubbing, and I have two rubber worms, pink, red, roughly the same size. Typically I would use a 3/32 bead here in the center of the hook, but I don't have one this time. Kind of ran myself out of them. Had a pack of them. A couple got given away. A few of them went on nymphs, and the rest are hanging in trees somewhere. So, I start by threading. Wrap my red thread up. This is not ultra wire or anything fancy. This is just regular sewing thread. Two reasons. One, for the price of one spool of ultra wire, I can get a dozen spools of thread. For two, the thread's a little bit thicker, and with that, it won't cut through the, where'd my scissors go? It won't cut through the plastic worm, which is definitely a benefit. I've made them with ultra thread before, and it has cut. And that's no fun when you're out there and you're fishing, or maybe your worm gets hooked onto a stick or just a little rock or whatever, and it ends up ripping, or when you're trying to tie and it cuts through. No fun. So bring my thread back up to the middle of the hook. This one I'm going to do pink in the rear. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take, it's about 3/8 of an inch past my finger. I lay it right to the bend of the hook, and the end of it should come right up to where my thread's at. Start with a couple loose wraps. Work my way down. I gotta find my scissors here. Right back in my box. Of course, they're all the way on the bottom when I need them. What I'm going to do is this little nubbin here, going to stretch that out, nip it off. Now I'm going to take my red one, same process, just backwards. Holding about 3/8 of it past my finger there. Put it up to the middle of the hook. Take my thread, I'm going to start a couple loose wraps. I'm going to wrap it forward towards the eye of the hook. Make sure everything stays on top. Tuck my line under. Same thing. Pull on the little nub. Snip it off. Now I'm going to wrap all the way back to the back of the hook again. Right to where my threads stop. I'm going to go just a couple wraps farther. If you look, try and put this in, I have, where are we at here? You see how this is? It's thicker and it kind of tapers down towards the back. That's what I'm looking for. I'm going to get my dubbing. This is polyester dubbing. Works the same as natural rabbit hair dubbing does. Just take a little pinch, dub my thread. Nice and thin for now. Slide it up the hook, up the line. What I'm going to do is take a couple wraps. I'm going to work my way back the hook. Got to lift my worm forward. I want to get a couple wraps behind it. Pull my pink worm back. Start wrapping it up. Getting down to the end of my dubbing. Gonna have to dub the line a little bit more. Another little pinch of the red polyester dubbing. This one I'm going to make it a little shorter and thicker. I don't have much more room to dub this off. But I also want it to be a little fatter towards the front. And what I'm going to do, wrap that up to where it stops. Pull the red worm back. Wrap, wrap, wrap. And while I'm wrapping, I'm pushing back a little bit on the worm. That way it's going to make it kind of stand away from the hook a little bit. A few more wraps here. And now I'm going to finish off. And with this one being a little difficult, that worm gets in your way. I take my hackle pliers. Get a pinch on the end of it. And I'm going to let that hang back here. Keeps things out of the way pretty good. Alright. Finish off because I don't have a whip finisher. Thread around my fingers. Main thread behind. Loop it around. Slip the middle finger in. Touch the eye. Let it slide down. That's my half. Now to double it, same as the first. Up, twist, down, back up around, touch the eye of the hook, and then pull it. Second one's a little tough. There's some resistance on the line. If you have dubbing wax, put a little dubbing wax on there, it'll make the line slide a little better. Or if you use ultra wire, we all know that's nice and smooth to work with. And I'm going to do this one more time. So there's my half. Kids are playing Minecraft. I'm tying. Up, twist, down, back up, touch the eye of the hook, drop a finger out of there so that loop will go down, and we tie it off. Nice and snug. And here you can use head cement, super glue. At the time I don't have either, so that's why I double up my knot and make sure they're good and tight. So far I have not had a problem with flies coming untied. Drop my hackle pliers. And ta-da! Here is the pink and red ice worm. Or the squirmy worm. Or as I've known to call it, it is the Brookie Buster. For you guys who go out on small streams catching natives, this is an amazing, amazing bait. Also, you may end up making them too long. The good thing is you can just pulse a little, snip that off, and you'll have a little smaller worm. It might fit your fishing criteria a little better. But there you have it. Thank you.